Alrighty, what's up, guys? How we all doing? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I hope all is well. Let's turn this down a little bit. Alright, mic check 1, 2, 3. I think you guys can hear me loud and clear. I hope you're all having yourselves an awesome Thursday afternoon as the Phillies are trying to take the series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. They won last night by a score of 4-3. In extra innings, it came down to the wire, and it was a very dramatic finish. But hopefully Aaron Nola will do really well today as he takes on Riley Nelson for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's get the scoreboard up to date. Let's put that up here. Forgot to do that before. I do apologize about that. Let's do that right now. But how are you guys doing? Comment down below in the comment section. I want to make sure that I say hi to everybody. Phillies, Gabe, Larry. I thought I saw Larry. Maybe I didn't see Larry. Maybe it was just my imagination. Thank you all so much for being here. All right, let's get the Phillies score up to date. There we go. And here we are. Great. All right. This isn't a commercial. All right, so I did get the monitor working now, finally, and I can watch the live game feed, so that's awesome, and that is great. Makes me very happy. So, yes, so the Phillies, they're 34-34. They've reached the 500 mark for the first time in a couple of, it's really been 3 weeks. So it's great to see that they are starting to play some really good baseball as of lately. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are 41-27. All right, so let's get to the starting lineups for the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber will be leading things off. Trey Turner batting second. Out at shortstop, Schwarber left, Castellanos in right, Harper at the DH, Stott at second, Bohm at third, Clemens at first, Marsh in center field, and Stubbs batting ninth. And they're facing Riley Nelson, who has a 4.95 ERA in 67.1 innings, and also has 41 strikeouts and 24 walks allowed. Let's turn this on. Got to put the iPad on. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss. They uploaded the graphics bug in the wrong spot. Huh. That's great. On the NBC Sports app. First, the second pitch is in the dirt for ball one. Here's Kyle Schwarber, who had a leadoff home run in the second game of this series. The 1-1 pitch. It's up high and outside for ball two. Here we go. Apple Tech, how you doing? Thanks for coming on here. That's great. And the 2-1 is taken all the way down Broad Street for a called strike. So over at first base is Christian Walker for the Diamondbacks. Behind the plate is Marino. Gabriel Marino, that is. And on the mound is Riley Nelson. 2-2. A little flare down the left field line, and it's caught over at third base by Josh Rojas. And there's one gone. So at first base is Christian Walker. The second baseman is Ketel Marte. He's finally back in the lineup. And over at third is Josh Rojas. And playing over at shortstop in the infield is Geraldo Perdomo. Trey Turner comes up next. And he swings and lifts that one out to left field. He got way underneath it. Carroll going back towards the left field line, right in front of the warning track, and he makes the catch for the second out. 2 up, 2 down already within the blink of an eye. And Nick Castellanos comes up. Kavai, what's going on, Kavai? Thanks for coming on here. We got an early one today. We can sleep well tonight, hopefully, if they can get the win. That would be awesome. Castellanos hitting .315 on the season with 8 home runs and 42 runs batted in. And the first pitch by Nelson is taken right down Broad Street for a called strike. All right, let's make sure that we get this up to date too. There we go. And the pitch, swing and a miss. So the count is 0-2 to Nick Castellanos, who hit the go-ahead sac fly in last night's game in the top of the 10th inning. And that would give the Phillies a 4-3 lead, and that's what they won by a final score of. They did actually rule Trey Turner's bloop double as an error. Out in right field by McCarthy. The pitch up high for a ball. I think that they overturned it right after the game was over. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch up high and inside for ball 2. Bryce Harper waits on deck. Nick Castellanos, 4th in the league in batting average. Right behind him is Corbin Carroll, who's batting .311, and behind him is Bryson Stott. The pitch up high and outside for ball 3. So what was an 0-2 count is now a full count. Lane, what's good, Lane? Thanks for coming on here. Good afternoon. Nobody on. 2 outs in the top of the first. The payoff pitch by Nelson. Line drive into left field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Good play by Corbin Carroll as he cuts it off, throws it over to shortstop, and it'll be a long single by Nick Castellanos, who continues to be a hitting machine in the month of June. A fastball right down the middle, and Castellanos drilled that thing out to left field, and there was no chance that Carroll was going to catch it, but good job by Carroll to utilize the speed and only keep it to a single. And Bryce Harper's due up. Phillies in their red and white uniforms. They're actually gray pants. Harper swings and misses at the first pitch. He's wearing his white batting gloves on the left side of the batter's box. The 0-1, inside and low, a 96-mile-per-hour fastball on the inside, or just below the inside corner. One ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch to Harper is outside for ball 2. So Riley Nelson is 25 years old, from Henderson, Nevada. Bryce Harper from Las Vegas, Nevada. Two balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. A curveball at 75 miles per hour, taken right at the knees. Nelson, in his last outing against the Tigers, went 5 2/3 of an inning, only allowed 4 hits, 2 walks, no runs, and had 4 Ks. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Harper. And the pitch, swing and a miss on a changeup that was low and away. And that'll do it. As the side is retired, we go to the bottom of the first inning. No runs, 1 man left. The Diamondbacks coming up to bat. All right, sip of water time. What's up, Tim? Ready for another roller coaster Philly game ride. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. It's what they do to us, man. They are a roller coaster of a team. In case you guys are brand new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I hope you're all having yourselves an awesome afternoon. Make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon as well. Let's go over the Diamondbacks starting lineup. So Pavin Smith is out in right field. He's batting leadoff. Right behind him is Ketel Marte, the switch hitting second baseman. Corbin Carroll is batting third. He's out in left field. And in the cleanup spot is Christian Walker, who has had a phenomenal series so far. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. right behind him at the DH spot. Josh Rojas plays over at third base. And Jake McCarthy is out in center field tonight. Gabriel Moreno is behind the plate as Carson Kelly has the day off. And Geraldo Perdomo is over at shortstop batting ninth. So it's Smith, Marte, Carroll, Walker, Gurriel Jr., Rojas, McCarthy, Moreno, and Perdomo. And that is the lineup for this afternoon's ball game. And who will they be taking on? Well, they're going to be taking on Aaron Nola. And Nola has been really struggling as of lately, but he's hoping that he can have a really good outing today. Nola is 5-5 with a 4.6 ERA. He has 84 strikeouts and a 1.1 whip. In his last outing, he allowed 6 earned runs against the Dodgers, and the Phillies lost 9-0. But then the outing before that, he went 7 strong innings and had 12 strikeouts against the Tigers. The 84 strikeouts come in 88 innings. Which Nola are we going to get today? That is the question. And the first pitch to Pavin Smith is taken right down the pipe for a called strike. Lane, I'll give you my takes after the inning is over. Don't you worry. I'll do that. Smith batting .203 with 7 homers and 29 RBI. The 0-1 is inside for ball 1. Nola on the road has gone 49 innings. He has allowed 28 earned runs, 8 homers, and he has 40 strikeouts. The pitch down low for ball 2. Appreciate it. Yep, I got you. 2 balls, 1 strike in the bottom of the first. And the pitch by Nola. Ground ball foul. So the Phillies behind the plate will be Garrett Stubbs, as JT has the afternoon off. Aaron Nola is obviously on the mound and will go from the infield from first to third right after this pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Pavin Smith. And the pitch popped up towards shallow left center field. Marsh goes over to his left, stops, and makes the catch for the first out. Over at first base is Cody Clemens. The second baseman is Bryson Stott. And playing over at third today is Alec Bohm. And the shortstop is Trey Turner. Here's Ketel Marte batting on the left side of the plate. The switch-hitting second baseman is hitting .280 on the season and has been having a pretty good season overall. Nola with the first pitch in this at-bat. It's just, it was on the outside corner according to Nick Marley behind the plate. Out in left field for the Phillies is Kyle Schwarber. Brandon Marsh plays center, and Castellanos is playing right. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Ground ball foul down the first base line, and the count is 0-2. That time Nola went with a cutter. I do not do the WNBA, Sean. Unfortunately, I don't. I do Sixers basketball, Phillies baseball, Flyers hockey, and Patriots football. That's what we do on here. Did I just call you Sean? I meant to say Shane. I'm so sorry, Shane. Forgive me. The 0-2. Down low and outside for ball 1. One of the main problems with Aaron Nola when it came to his pitching against the Dodgers is that his fastball looked a little bit flat. The 1-2 is inside and low. Marte did come in the pinch hit in last night's game, but he did not stay in the ball game. He started the first game of the series, and this is his first start since. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That was a beautiful knuckle curve at 77. That was at the knees over the center of the plate. That may have been one of the best knuckle curves that he's thrown, arguably all season. He's thrown some pretty good knuckle curves, but like when it's on, it is on. No, Shane, I don't do WNBA. Nope. Here's Corbin Carroll as he fouls the first pitch off. Carroll didn't get the start in last night's game. He did, however, come into play center field when the game went to extra innings and recorded the final out for the Diamondbacks as he grounded out into a fielder's choice. The pitch taken right down the middle for a called strike 2. Nobody on, 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Aaron Nola on the bump facing Corbin Carroll. The 0-2. Ground ball over to first base, dug out by Clemens, and he makes an underhanded toss to Nola as he wins the race to the bag for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. And we go to the top of the second inning as Bryson Stott will lead things off when we return. 3-1 ground out. What's up, Doggy? Thanks for coming on here. Kavai, are you from Boston? How are you not a Birds fan? Man, I've said this. I've said this a lot of times, but I'll keep saying it because we have more and more people coming on here. I wasn't really into the Eagles like when I was really young, and when I was in high school, I was at a Jewish youth group event, and the guys were like, "Jason, you talk a lot about baseball and basketball. Let's get you into football because you don't know what you're missing." And of course, I had a theater rehearsal that day. It was on a Sunday. It was right before our show that we were doing, and I was late to the event. It was supposed to be a football Eagles watch party. And they were just screw this anyways. The Eagles game may be over, but you're going to watch the next game. And the Patriots just happened to be on. And Aaron Hernandez was the one that really caught my eye. So that is how I really got into it, because I saw him dominate. And this was before everything came out about him. And that's how I grew in love with the Patriots. So that's how we go. Oh, boy. 508 subscribers. If you guys are new to my channel, do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel where we cover all Phillies, Sixers, Patriots, and Flyers content on here. This is actually our 50th Phillies game that we've done this season, and they have played 69 games. This is their 69th. So here's Bryson Stott over the last 5 games. He's hitting .556 with 5 RBI, and he has 4 extra base hits. And he swings and hits that one high and deep out to right field. That's going back to the track, to the wall. It's gone! Goodbye, baseball! 1-0 Philadelphia, and the bell is ringing as the Phillies strike first in the top of the second inning. 418 feet for Bryson Stott. And he comes around home plate and high fives Alec Bohm. Everybody in the dugout, including Edmundo Sosa, put his hand up as soon as the ball was hit. That is the Phillies' second hit of the day. Here's Alec Bohm as he lines that one out to center field, and that's in there for a base hit. It drops right in front of McCarthy, who throws it to Marte. And 2 pitches and 2 hits for the Phils. As Bohm gets on with a single. Boy, back-to-back fastballs right down the middle of the plate. And a good job by Alec Bohm. It's really nice to see that he's starting to hit ever since he got back from the injured list. Here's Cody Clemens, and he swings and fouls the first pitch off. Everybody's swinging at the first pitch, and Cody Clemens got a piece of it but fouled it off. I'm a Jets fan. I remember that Gronk-Hernandez combo, dude. It was so good. It was. Definitely lame. Bohm at first. Phillies lead it 1-0. The 0-1 to Clemens. Swing and a miss. It was on a fastball at 94 on the upper third of the strike zone. The Phillies, they lost the first game of the series by a score of 9-8. That was on Monday night. The 0-2 pitch to Clemens. He golfs that one out to right center field. It's not too deep, though. On the run is McCarthy as he backs up and he makes the catch, and there's one gone. So the Phillies lost 9-8 in the first game of the series, and then right after that, they ended up putting up 15 runs, and they beat the Diamondbacks on Tuesday night by a score of 15-3, and last night they won in extra innings by a score of 4-3. Brandon Marsh due up at the plate in Game 4 of this 4-game series. And the first pitch, it's at the knees for a called strike. Riley Nelson on the mound for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Nelson in the stretch and the pitch. Fly ball out to right field. This one has a chance. It's going back to the track, to the wall, and it's off the top of the wall. Going over to third base is Bohm as the throw is cut off by Marte, and Marsh gets in there standing up at second base. One out in the top of the second inning, and Brandon Marsh gets on with a double out to right field. Three hits in the inning for the Phils, and there's still one out. McCarthy had to play it off the very top of the wall. It almost had a chance of getting on out of here, but Marsh is in scoring position. Here's Garrett Stubbs, the 9-hole hitter, and he swings and misses at the high cheese fastball. Stubbs hitting .231 with 3 RBI. No balls, 1 strike. Perdomo trying to keep Marsh in check at second, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Back-to-back high heaters thrown by Riley Nelson. It is 88 degrees out at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. No balls, 2 strikes. Nelson kicks, steals the pitch way up high for a ball. Garrett Stubbs up at the plate. The 1-2 is up high and way inside. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the second inning. Marsh at second, Bohm at third. Phillies lead it 1-0 thanks to a solo homer by Bryson Stott. The 2-2 pitch. Foul ball back towards the screen. Nelson already with 29 pitches. The 2-2. Pop up right over the third base dugout, and that will find the seats again. Last time Nelson allowed a run was against the Atlanta Braves. That was back on June 3rd. He only went 4 2/3 of an inning and allowed 3 earned runs. 2-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? Third base umpire Adam Hamari says yes, he did. And there is 2 gone. As Garrett Stubbs strikes out. That's the second strikeout of the day for Riley Nelson. As far as the crew chief goes, Nick Marley is behind the plate. The first base umpire is Vic Carpazza. Over at second base is Jerry Lane. And the third base umpire is Adam Hamari. Kyle Schwarber comes back up as we flip the lineup card. 5 men have come up to the plate already. The first pitch, way up high for ball 1. Diamondbacks are 41-27 on the season. They are 21-16 at home, as the Phillies have taken the last 2 games of this series. The 1-0, way up high for ball 2. It is June, and Kyle Schwarber has been golfing some home runs. He had a leadoff home run 2 nights ago. Runners at second and third, the 2-0 pitch. A changeup that was outside for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Marsh at second, Bohm at third. 2 outs in the top of the second, the 3-0 pitch. On the outside corner, great fastball thrown at 95 on the gun. Schwarber has 42 hits and 241 at-bats this season, and 18 of those 42 hits have resulted in home runs. The 3-1 outside for ball 4, and that is now the 51st time that Kyle Schwarber has walked this season. The person that is behind him is actually Nick Castellanos. Actually, scratch that. It's Brandon Marsh, who has 28. And that'll load the bases for Trey Turner. Phillies lead it 1-0 in the top of the second. Nelson kicks, fires the first pitch. It's on the inside corner for a called strike. Doggy, thanks for coming on here. I appreciate it. Have a good day, my guy. Take it easy. Bohm at third, Marsh at second, and Schwarber at first. Base is loaded for the Phils. The 0-1 to Turner is popped up, foul behind the plate, and it will find the seats. Oof, man. Excuse me. Turner does have 5 career grand slams with the bases loaded, but this season he's 0 for 2 in those types of opportunities, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Nelson kicks, fires, and the next pitch, swinging the ground ball over to first base. What a play by Walker. He tries to throw it to first, and it's not in time. Nelson could not get to the bag in time, and it's an RBI infield single for Trey Turner. And the Phillies are up 2-0. It was a hot shot hit over towards the first base side. Walker was not even playing close to the bag. Nelson had to hustle, and Walker stumbled for about 2 seconds because that's how hard the shot was hit. And Nelson was hustling into first base, but Trey Turner's speed beat him. That ball almost hit Kyle Schwarber. Oh, man. So the pitching coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks, Brent Strom, will go out there to try to calm down Nelson. Bases remain loaded for the Phillies as they lead it 2-0. They already have 5 hits. 2 nights ago, they had 20. Nick Castellanos comes up with the bases loaded. He got the first hit of the game for the Phils. And he's up with the bases loaded. He is the 8th man to come up to the plate. And the first pitch to Nick is way up high and inside for ball 1. Castellanos has 23 hits in the month of June, which is first in all of Major League Baseball. And he's tied for second in most RBIs. The 1-0 up high and inside for ball 2. He has 14 RBI in this month alone. Marsh at third, Schwarber at second, and Turner at first. Phillies lead it 2-0. And they're looking for more. 2 outs, the 2-0 pitch. Grounded foul down the first base line. Castellanos has 7 career grand slams, and this season with the bases loaded, he's 2 for 5 with 5 runs batted in. 2 balls, 1 strike to Nick Castellanos. Nelson in the stretch, the pitch. Check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire Nick Marley, on a pitch that was inside and high. And the count is 2-2. 26 pitches in this inning for Riley Nelson. 18 of them have been called strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, lots of twos on the board. Phillies lead it 2-0 in the top of the second inning. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball, back towards Nelson, and this should do it. The throw over to first is in time, and the Diamondbacks get out of the inning. The Phillies do get 2 runs thanks to a solo home run by Bryson Stott and an RBI infield single by Trey Turner. And we go to the bottom of the second inning as the Phillies are up 2-0. Okay. What's up, Mitch? Thanks for coming on here. I hope you're doing well, man. We definitely have to get lunch soon, and we got to do a game together. We've been talking about it for a little bit of time. We got to do it. We do. You and Brian Snow are on my list, man, for sure. If you guys are brand new to my channel, don't forget to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and hit that thumbs up button so that way you know when I upload. The notification bell icon so that way you know when I upload. I'm mixing up my words. But yes, we do almost every single Phillies game. We also do 76ers basketball. This is our 50th Phillies game that we've done out of all the 69 games. Now, we had to miss a couple, obviously, because I was on vacation. I did a weekend tournament out in Maryland for Potomac, out in Potomac, Maryland, and then the 76ers were finishing out their season. So that's, I think we missed about, I did the math. How many Sixers playoff games were there? 11, and one of them was during an off day, so we've missed 10 because of the Sixers and 9 just because of other reasons. Hey, Shane, I don't do the WNBA. I know that you keep asking me, man. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I know that Gabe also posted it in the chat. But no, we don't do WNBA on here. So, I apologize. Sorry about this, guys. There we go. Yep. Here's Christian Walker. Phillies are up 2-0 in the bottom of the second inning. How many people do we have on here? Let's see. We got 29 awesome people on here. And the pitch. It's taken down low for a ball to Christian Walker. That's funny. Larry's not even on here. We have 29 people. That's wild. Larry's like almost always on here. Must be on one of his honeymoons. The 1-1. Swinging it was a check swing ground ball back to Nola. Throw over to first is in time, and there is the first out of the inning. Christian Walker grounds out. Walker hit the game-tying 3-run home run in last night's game in the bottom of the 8th inning. That was all the Diamondbacks got, though. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is due up at the plate for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Nola with the pitch. It's taken for a high strike. Gurriel Jr. has 10 homers, 39 RBI, and his batting average is at .290. Nola with the 0-1. Outside and low on a knuckle curve at 80 miles per hour. So the Phillies aren't the only game that's on right now. The other game that's on is the Tampa Bay Rays, who are taking on the Oakland Athletics. And it's a 2-0 ball game. Tampa Bay leads it in the top of the third. The 1-1 by Nola. Swing and a miss on a cutter that was low and away. And the count is 1-2. The Phillies do head to Oakland tomorrow night. Well, they will head to Oakland after this game to play tomorrow night. And they'll play on Saturday afternoon and Sunday for a 3-game series. The 1-2, down low for ball 2. Tomorrow night's game will be at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the last time this week that we have a night game. That'll be a late one. Then they play at 4:10 on Saturday and Sunday. 2-2 pitch. Line drive. It was a screamer that is fair down the Was it foul? It was foul. Just foul. Let's see. Yep, it was foul. Good call by the third base umpire, Adam Hamari. And the count is 2-2. Well, the All-Star game's coming up, and Nick Castellanos is on the ballot, so make sure that you vote for the All-Stars. Vote for Nick Castellanos. He's been absolutely incredible in the month of June. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nola kicks, fires. Swing and a miss. And there's 2 gone. A knuckle curve that was downstairs and way outside. And there's 2 outs in the bottom of the second. That's the second strikeout Nola has had. He struck out Marte in the first and just struck out Gurriel Jr. That knuckle curve is looking really good. That'll bring up Josh Rojas, who's batting on the left side of the plate. He's hitting .246, and he takes the first pitch for a called strike. It looked like it was a little bit low, but Nick Marley has been very consistent behind the plate, and he's been giving Nola that call. Stubbs gets with the signs, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes to Josh Rojas. Nobody on in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs. Nola kicks, fires, and the next pitch is in the dirt and inside. I was spending time with my cousins this weekend, and he said that he had a friend who was at Aaron Nola's wedding. The 1-2 pitch outside for ball 2, and Garrett Stubbs wanted that call. And Josh Rojas was looking at him like, bro, that was way outside. And Stubbs was like, I know. Just trying to fool you. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch. Swing and a miss. 6 up, 6 down, as Aaron Nola has cruised through the first 2 innings. And we go to the top of the third. Phillies lead it 2-0. And Harper will lead off when the Phillies return. I'm going to circle that because that was a really good call. Oh boy, if you guys are brand new to my channel, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon too. We are almost at 510 subscribers. We just reached the 500 mark yesterday, last night. What a series it has been between the Phillies and the Diamondbacks. If you guys enjoy Major League Baseball as much as I do, if you love the Phillies, if you love the Sixers, the Patriots, the Flyers, we got it all on here. So please make sure that you smash the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey, and have been doing this for 5.5 months. I interned at NFL Films, got a really great opportunity to call games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who are the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals, and I also called games on the radio for the Delaware Bluecoats, which was really awesome. They're the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. This is my passion. I put my heart and my soul into this, and I want to take broadcasting to a new level and utilize this platform. You know what I'm saying? By being able to interact with you guys and have you become the storytellers too, with a classic broadcasting style approach. If you just subscribe to my channel, I don't always get the notifications. I did get one though. Kid Keen Music. Thank you for subscribing to Play by Play with JJ. Welcome to the family. If you just subscribe to my channel, shout yourself out below. And make sure that you let me know who you are, and I'll give you a shout-out. Bryce Harper due up at the plate, as the Phillies are up 2-0 thanks to a Bryson Stott solo home run and an RBI infield single by Trey Turner. The first pitch outside for ball 1. Riley Nelson with 45 pitches in 2 innings. The 1-0. Down low for ball 2. The Orioles did beat the Toronto Blue Jays by a score of 4-2 today. The Orioles have been red hot. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Gabe, you jinxed it. You jinxed it. No, I'm kidding. I saw that, though. The 2-1. Fly ball. It's popped up out to right field. Harper got way underneath it. McCarthy calls off Smith calls off McCarthy, and he makes the catch. I forgot McCarthy's out in center field for a quick second. There we go. Okay, now it hit 510 again. Nice. Okay, and here's Bryson Stott. One Las Vegas native to another, as Bryson Stott hit a solo home run to give the Phillies a 1-0 lead. That was back in the second inning. Nelson in the stretch, and he throws the pitch. Ooh, it looked like it was up high, but it was called a strike. Stott's batting average is back up to over 300. 7 home runs and 27 runs batted in for the second baseman. The 0-1 outside and low for ball 1. Got a chance to see Bryson Stott when he was with the Jersey Shore Blue Claws, and the one thing I noticed about him from the jump is that he's very versatile defensively. 1-1 pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit. And Bryson Stott gets on with a single as Smith fields it on a couple of bounces, and he throws it to Marte to cut it off. And Bryson Stott is 2 for 2 today. Another fastball that was mislocated as Marino wanted it high and inside, it looked like, and it was just at the belt of the plate. Alec Boehm due up. And Boehm shoots that one out to right center field. That's going to split the gap and go all the way towards the wall. Stott over to second base. He's going to go to third. He's rounding third, coming in to score. McCarthy throws it over to second base, and it's not in time. An RBI opposite field double for Alec Boehm, and the Phillies lead it 3-0. Well, the one question that I had coming into today is how were the bats going to do, especially on a late night like last night? And so far, so good by the Phillies offense. Nelson threw an elevated pitch, and Alec Boehm stayed right on top of it and had it go all the way towards the gap. Cody Clemens due up, and he takes the first pitch for a called strike. It's funny because you look at the batting average leaders, I was just going to say, as Corbin Carroll is 5th and Bryson Stott's right behind him. The 0-1 is way up high for ball 1. I wanted to say that Bryson Stott was drafted 16th in the 2019 draft class, and Corbin Carroll was taken as the 14th overall pick. Pitch inside for ball 1. Actually, it was vice versa. Stott was taken at 14th, and Carroll was taken at 16th. 2 balls, 1 strike. I corrected myself. There we go. Nelson looks back at second, and he fires the next pitch. On the outside corner, a fastball at 94. At the knees for a called strike. Phillies are up 3-0. Let's update the scoreboard. Nope, it won't update. Okay. Well, it'll update soon. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Clemens, and he swings and misses at the fastball right down Broad Street, and he is retired. 3 strikeouts by Riney Nelson. And there's 2 gone in the top of the 3rd. Here comes Brandon Marsh to the plate. Marsh is 1 for 1 today against Nelson. First pitch on the outside corner, taken all the way for a called strike. Marsh's batting average has gone up a little bit as of lately. He's now hitting .267. The 0-1 on the outside corner, taken all the way for strike 2. Marsh in his career versus Nelson coming into today is just 0 for 1, but now he's 1 for 2. The 0-2 pitch, way up high and inside for ball 1. Out of all the pitchers, he's actually had the most success off of Zach Gallen, but he's only faced him 4 times. And it's 2 for 4. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts, and that'll do it. The Phillies do get another run on an RBI opposite field double by Alec Boehm, and we go to the bottom of the third as the Phillies lead it 3-0 out in the desert. Okay, I will be right back in just a few moments. I have got to go get myself some water, but don't you worry. What's up, Larry? Thanks for joining us. Nick, thanks for coming on here, dude. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Nick, man, from Asheville, North Carolina, originally from Mount Holly, New Jersey. Not that far from where I am. I'll see you guys really soon. I'll be right back. Here we go. Alrighty. Well. Look at who decided to show up. Look who the cat brought in. What's up, Larry? Excuse me. What's up, Larry? Thanks for coming on here as always, man. I appreciate it. Man, my heart's racing because I had to go get some ice downstairs, and we made it back in time. Just catch the breath for just a little bit. I don't know why I'm running out of breath. I guess it's maybe because of anxiety or something. How many people we have on here? Let's see. We got 36 awesome people. Phillies lead it 3-0. Aaron Nola has retired all 7 batters, and the first pitch is lifted out to left field, and it'll drop in for a base hit. It gets right past Kyle Schwarber, and going over to second base is Jake McCarthy. That'll be scored as a single and an error by Kyle Schwarber. So Nola retired the first 6 batters, and finally somebody got on, and that was Jake McCarthy. It'll be a single and an E7. It was just a blooper that was hit out to left field. Schwarber was not going to get the catch, but he tried to go all in for it and play it on a hop, but it got past him, and thankfully Brandon Marsh was there to back him up because that could have been at least a triple, if not an inside the Parker. First pitch. Taken right down the middle of the plate for a called strike. Gabriel Moreno has had a really good season, especially defensively behind the plate for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Carson Kelly came back in this series and returned on Monday night and finally has the day off. The 0-1 ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. McCarthy rounding third, coming in to score. Marsh throws it to the cutoff man, and it's an RBI single. But the run will not be charged to Aaron Nola. It will not be an earned run because of the error out in left field. And it's 3-1 Philadelphia. Greg Lazinski. Geraldo Perdomo is due up at the plate. He has been killing the Phillies, along with Christian Walker and Corbin Carroll. Perdomo was able to get on base a lot of times in last night's game. All bat, no glove. Yep. Perdomo hitting .297. He's batting on the left side of the plate. The switch hitting shortstop, and he shoots that one out to center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. And going over to third will now be Gabriel Moreno. He stays put over at second base. I thought he was rounding second and going over to third, but it didn't show it. So that's now 3 base hits allowed by Aaron Nola. After retiring the first 6 batters in a row, it has been the ugly side of Aaron Nola in this bottom of the third inning. $5 is like, you brought some bad luck, man. Pavin Smith due up at the plate. It's 3-1 Philadelphia in the bottom of the third, with still nobody out. Nola was doing so well, and all of a sudden has allowed 3 straight singles in a row. The 1-0, or the first pitch, is inside and low for ball 1. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. Pavin Smith flew out in the first inning. One ball, no strikes. Perdomo at first, Moreno at second. The 1-0 is grounded foul. Aaron Nola is now 30 years old, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Played at LSU. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch on the outside corner. Great knuckle curve thrown by Nola. And that was taken all the way for strike 2. Smith, with runners in scoring position, is batting .265 with 2 homers and 21 RBI. He has struck out 11 times, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nola at the belt. The next pitch. Ground ball over to shortstop. Turner backs up, fires over to first in time. And the runners do go to second and third. There wouldn't have been a play over at second base because Bryson Stott was playing very deep, almost all the way towards the outfield grass. So that's a ground out, and Perdomo advances the second, and Moreno's over at third now. Ketel Marte is up next. Batting on the left side. A base hit could tie the ball game. Aaron Nola wants to have a conversation with everybody from the infield, including Garrett Stubbs. And now everybody will go back to their spots. Forgot to gird my loins. Larry, you're so funny. You're like one of the funniest people. Like I know, you're one of the funniest people I know on here for sure. There's Rob Thompson. 35 pitches by Nola. Marte 0 for 1 today. And pitch number 1 is inside and low. Marte is second on the Diamondbacks in hits this season. He has 68 total hits, 9 homers, and 26 RBI. The 1-0, ground ball, little cue shot, but it's fouled off. And thankfully it was. Runners in scoring position. Marte has been able to help the Diamondbacks with runners in scoring position, as he's hitting very well on the season in that situation. Ketel is now 29 years old. He finished in the top 3 in MVP voting back in 2019. The 1-1 pitch to Marte is outside for ball 2. Marte against Nola is 0 for 3 lifetime with 1 strikeout. Two balls, 1 strike. Phillies lead it 3-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. The next pitch, outside and high for ball 3. Corbin Carroll waits on deck. He's looking for an opportunity to help his team get on and score some runs. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola kicks, fires the pitch. Fly ball drilled to deep right center field. That's going back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. It lands right near the pool area, and the Diamondbacks take the lead 4-3. On a 3-run bomb out to right center field by Ketel Marte. Well, Nola retired the first 6 batters that he faced. And ever since then, coming into the inning, or after the inning started, he's given up 4 hits. 3 were singles, and this one a 3-run home run. And now Corbin Carroll comes up with the bases empty, and the Diamondbacks lead it 4-3. .41 pitches by Nola as the first pitch is down low for a ball. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Carroll, the last time he did start, he did hit a solo home run and ended up getting 2 base hits. Then in the first game, it was really even hard to just get him out. The 1-1, it's a called strike, a 93-mile-per-hour sinker. 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Nola has been struggling in this inning, to say the least. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch, inside and low for ball 2. That time he went with a cutter. The pitch to Marte, well, it was a curveball that missed its spot, and that's another big theme that we've been seeing this season some of the time with Nola, is that sometimes the curveball is just elevated. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And he does get Corbin Carroll to strike out, and that is the good news, and there's 2 gone. 6 men have already come up to the plate in the bottom of the 3rd. Phillies were up 3-0. And it's now 4-3 Arizona. The pitch to Christian Walker is inside and low for a ball. So Nola did get charged with all 4 of those runs. They did not score the single as an error by Kyle Schwarber as of yet. That could be overturned, though. But as of now, it stands as a double. That's what it stood as. But there's nobody on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-1 pitch, ground ball over to shortstop, gobbled up by Turner. Throws over to the first base bag, and that'll do it. The Diamondbacks get 4 runs, and they retake the lead thanks to a 3-run home run by Ketel Marte and an RBI single by Gabriel Moreno. We go to the top of the 4th. Phillies down 4-3 against the Snakes. That feels good. All right, guys, how many people we have on here? We got 42 people on here, man. That's sick. If you guys are brand new to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I think we're almost at 25 likes on here. Keep bringing it up. I hope you're all doing well. A little bit of some Thursday afternoon baseball. There is nothing like it. Especially when I don't have to be out there in the hot desert and I get to be in AC, not Atlantic City, New Jersey, air conditioning. That was a really... Jay, come on. That was an awful joke. Really? You had to go with the dad joke there, dude? Really? But I digress. Anyhow, if you just subscribe to my channel, shout yourself out. Make sure that I know who you are, unless you don't want to put yourself on the spot. And I will make sure that I give you a shout out. You would get a shout out from JJ himself. Estevan, man, what's going on, man? John M.F. Holmes. Just trying to keep up with Nola's strikeout, fam. I am at work tuning in. Keep me posted. I got you, buddy. I got you. I got you. He started off great and looked like he was a Cy Young candidate type of a pitcher in the first 2 innings. And then the third inning, not so much. 4-3 Diamondbacks, and the first pitch to Garrett Stubbs is taken all the way for a strike. So we're in the top of the fourth. The Phillies are down now 4-3. The 0-1 to Stubbs is up high and outside for ball one. Stubbs getting the start at the plate today for JT Realmuto. It's 9-1-2 due up for the Phils. The 1-1, a changeup on the outside corner, taken all the way for strike two. Furious Skyfire, what's going on, man? A big-time Arizona Diamondbacks fan. That's cool. 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? For third base. Umpire says no. He did not. Hey, at least it wasn't the first, Larry. At least it wasn't the first. Let's go, Furious. That's sick, man. You've been a fan since you were 4, and now you're 17. That's sick, dude. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch outside for ball 3. Well, we've been doing every single Phillies game, or as many games as possible. This is our 50th Phillies game that we've done out of 69. Payoff pitch outside for ball 4, and Garrett Stubbs gets on with a leadoff walk. The one thing that you will learn about me is while I am, I guess, what you call a homer, I really do try to keep both sides of the field. I really try to give information on both sides of things, and I don't, get carried away. You know, I take a traditional broadcasting style. 1 runner on. Here's Kyle Schwarber, and he rips that one down the right field line. It's a fair ball, and it's going all the way to the corner. Smith gets over to it, and going over to third is Garrett Stubbs. He's going to come home. The throw's cut off, and the throw is not in time to the plate. And the Phillies have tied it back 4-4. On an RBI double by Kyle Schwarber. The throw was cut off by Marte. He tried to make the throw towards home plate, and Garrett Stubbs was cruising on in. Wow. Smith could not get over there, and Stubbs was running for his life. He came in rounding third and just dove right into home plate, and the throw was not in time. And how about Dusty Wathan sending him home? 4-4, and Schwarber's at second. Here's Trey Turner. He lines that one out to right field. That's going to be a base hit. Schwarber around in third base. He'll come in to score. Oh, he's going to be held up at third base. He was going to come in and then just decided at the very last second that he wasn't going to do so, and that was probably the right play. Back-to-back base hits for the Phils, and that'll put runners at the corners. Turner just got that one over the head of Ketel Marte. An RBI double by Schwarber and a single by Turner. And I believe that we do have a timeout called on the mound, as the pitching coach, Brent Strom, is going to go out there to talk things over with Nelson and try to calm him down. Schwarber was jogging into third base, and then he thought about coming home, but decided at the last second to just stay put. And now everybody's going to go back to their spots. Nick Castellanos due up at the plate. It's 4-4. The Phillies had a 3-0 lead. The Diamondbacks scored all 4 of their runs in the bottom of the third inning, and the Phillies have just tied it back. And there's runners at the corners with still nobody out. Castellanos due up. He's 1 for 2 today. He's singled for the first hit for the Phils, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. A back and forth type of a series it's been. 70 pitches by Nelson. It's been a back and forth series for the most part, except for game 2. The 0-1 to Castellanos is fouled back. Nick singled, and then he grounded out to Nelson with the bases loaded. His last time up. Runners have scored 6 out of 14 times when Nick Castellanos is at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. The throw back to first is not in time, and Turner stays put. Turner at first and Schwarber at third. And it's really nice to see that Trey Turner is getting things going. He had the RBI infield single his last time up and is 2 for 3 today. Harper waits on deck. The 0-2 pitch to Nick. Fly ball out to center field. This may be deep enough. McCarthy comes in to make the catch, and Schwarber is just going to stay put at third. McCarthy had a really good throw all the way back to Nelson, and he would not have been able to score. He probably would have been gunned out at the plate, and that was the right move. So Castellanos' fly ball was not deep enough, and there's one gone in the top of the 4th inning. I think that Nelson just got away with a pitch that was again down the middle of the plate. It was a fastball at 92 miles per hour, and Castellanos got underneath it. Runners at the corners. The go-ahead runs at third. Here's Bryce Harper. A screamer hit down the third base line, and it's foul. Harper has been in a little bit of a slump, but he's still batting .286, and by slump, I mean slump for his standards. The 0-1 to Bryce. Line drive into left center field for a base hit. Schwarber rounding third, coming in to score. Turner goes over to second, and Carroll throws it in to Perdomo as the Phillies get an RBI single from Bryce Harper, and they retake the lead 5-4. Harper just going the opposite way, realizing that he didn't have to put a whole lot of power on the bat. He hasn't homered since May 25th against the Braves, but just the smart play. So Schwarber came in to score, and the Phillies retake the lead 5-4. They were down 4-3 and have answered back. In the top of the 4th, here's Bryson Stott. And he takes the first pitch for a called strike. Stott gave the Phillies their first run. It was on a solo home run back in the 2nd inning. And he's 2 for 2 today. He is now back to the top 5 in batting average. Top 6, I should say. The 0-1, foul ball back to the screen. It has been an offensive duel between the Phillies and the Diamondbacks. Phillies trying to go above 500 for the first time in almost a month. They're 34-34, and they want to extend their winning streak to 3 games in a row and take the series against the Diamondbacks. No balls, 2 strikes to Stott. 2 runners on, 1 out in the top of the 4th. Nelson looks back at second. The 77th pitch is inside for ball 1. Stott over his last 7 games is 11 for 26 coming into today. And against the Diamondbacks, he's 9 for 23 with 2 homers and 4 RBI. That was before today. The 1-2 is outside for ball 2. Actually, they may have updated that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the pitch to Stott. Line drive, foul down the right field line. That was a screamer. And nobody could get there. And the count still remains at 2-2. I haven't seen anybody warming up in the Diamondbacks bullpen just yet. But if somebody is warming up, I will let you know in just a few moments. Phillies lead it 5-4. They were up 3-0. The Diamondbacks took a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the third, and the Phillies got the lead back. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball that was on the outside corner at 96 miles per hour. That's the 5th strikeout by Nelson. And the first time today that Bryson Stott has gone down on strikes. Alec Boehm comes up. He had a single and an RBI double. The single was back in the second, and the RBI double was back in the third. Boehm playing over at third base today, as Sosa has the day off, and Clemens is over at first. First pitch, up high and inside for ball 1. Boehm's batting average is up to .274. He leads the team in RBI with 42 on the season. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch, fly ball out to right center field. This is going to be tough. Going back to the warning track to the wall and making the catch is McCarthy. That could have been trouble. And Alec Boehm gets robbed on extra bases as Jake McCarthy was able to cover a lot of ground out in center field. So the Phillies retake the lead, and they get 2 runs in the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 4th as the Phillies are up 5-4. It's 5-4 Phillies, watching from Iowa. What's up, Ty? Thanks for coming on here, dude. I hope all is well. Please make sure, guys, that you like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so that way you know when I upload. We got 45 people on here, man. Now's the time to make sure that you show your love and support for this channel. We've had 3 very late games, and this one in the afternoon has been a thriller so far. Who's going to come out on top? And who's going to take the series? Can the Diamondbacks tie the series, or will the Phillies take it? That remains to be seen. Oh, I got to scroll down through all these messages. I've been keeping up with them all, but not on Restream. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. So how's your afternoon, guys? How is your afternoon going? You guys feeling good? You guys doing good? You guys doing great? You guys doing good? Or Iowa, huh? Isn't it pronounced Ohio? Shout out to you, man. You don't have a name. I don't want to call you no name. I want to call you YouTube subscriber. YouTube subscriber. Whoever you are. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Oh, boy. Is Nola pitching? Yes. Okay, so Nola goes back out there for his 4th inning of work. He retired the first 6 batters in a row. And then in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 7 men came up to the plate for Arizona. They did retake the lead at the time, 4-3, but the Phillies have helped Aaron Nola get the lead back. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. leading things off, and the first pitch is taken all the way for a called strike. The 0-1 is in the dirt for ball 1. Gurriel's on-base percentage is at .339, and his slugging percentage is at .523. He's been getting on base quite a lot this season for the Diamondbacks. 1-1 pitch, ground ball, and it's foul down the third base line. Think corn, not potato. Nice. That's sick. The Rays now lead it 3-0 in Oakland. And that is in the bottom of the fourth inning. If you just subscribed to my channel, make sure that you shout yourself out. 1-2. Outside and low for ball 2. So the fastball was pretty much working for Nola, as the knuckle curve was really good too. But then just in that third inning, it looked like it was a little bit elevated as he threw a knuckle curve that did not break as much as he wanted it to Ketel Marte. And that's why Marte hit the 3-run home run. The most consecutive starts allowing a home run since 1901. Number 1, Randy Wolf. This is for the Phillies. He did it in 12 starts, and Aaron Nola has tied Joe Blanton and Robin Roberts with 11. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Aaron Nola gets his 5th strikeout of the day, as there's one down in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's the second time today that Gurriel Jr. has struck out. Josh Rojas due up, and he grounds the first pitch foul down the first base line. You got the Phillies money line at plus 150. Oh, man. Wow. That's not bad, man. Sure would love a hoagie right now, says Nick. I'm sure. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Now, a hoagie or a cheesesteak, though? That's the real question, because I could really go for a nice Pat's cheesesteak. The 0-2 by Nola. Outside for ball 1. I forget what the place was called. Maybe my dad can remind me. But on Saturday, when I spent some time with my cousins and went to go see Devontae Smith's second annual softball fundraiser, we went to this really nice, we had these really great cheesesteaks. I forget what the place was called. The 1-2. Check swing, and he went around, and that's back-to-back Ks for Aaron Nola. It was called a strike anyways, too. So any one of those odds would have worked in his favors. Phillies up 5-4, 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 4th as Jake McCarthy comes up. Gurriel Jr. struck out, Rojas struck out. And McCarthy takes a look at pitch number 1, outside and low. Best thing out of Philly, that cheesesteak. Dude, the salt pretzels are good too, though. I can't disrespect the salt pretzels, man. The 1-0. It's taken down low for ball 2. So the count is now 1-0. And the next pitch to McCarthy. It's on the inside corner, taken all the way for a called strike. I know that JT has the day off, but when he hit the cycle 2 nights ago, he became the 9th Philly in franchise history to get the cycle. The pitch, fouled back by Jake McCarthy. Realmuto also said last night, after being interviewed for the postgame show on WIP with Scott Fransky, he said that in the 10th inning that he wanted Alvarado to throw a lot of cutters, and instead 13 out of the last 15 pitches were all in the triple digits, and it worked. The pitch, fouled back. Sometimes when a pitcher is trusting his stuff, that's what you got to do. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch on the inside corner, called strike 3, and Aaron Nola strikes out the side. So don't even remember the third inning because it didn't even happen. He's been absolutely incredible. Phillies do lead it 5-4 as we go to the top of the fifth inning. I can get decent cheesesteaks out here, but the soft pretzels are not here. I feel you on that. Dude, the soft pretzels at Wawa, they're good. They're really not bad at all. Alrighty, guys. So we got 513 people on here. Okay? I want to make sure that I let you guys know we have 43 people on here. Okay. So after the game's done, later on tonight at 10 o'clock, okay, we will be going on for our Phillies series recap pod. Okay? Gabe, if you could do me a favor and post the Discord link down below, I would seriously appreciate it. So after the game is over, we're going to talk about the series. Okay, we're going to go on for our Phillies series pod tonight. And I want to hear what your thoughts are, okay, about this series. I want to hear from the people. You, the JJ people, man. Well, you have to come up with a name. The JJ people's not good. But we'll come up with it. But come onto the Discord chat, okay, and make sure that you talk about the Phillies or just about this team or about the Arizona Diamondbacks, like whatever. Let's have a conversation and talk about this series. All right? We'll be on live at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time tonight. And you can join the voice chat in Discord down below and give your thoughts about this series. We'll take your calls, and we'll do that for sure. JJ Dogs. I love that. Okay, that's what we're going to do for now. Thanks. Shout out to Ty. Shout out to Ty for doing that. JJ Dogs. That was clutch. That was clutch. Yeah, of course I see buckets. Come on. Come join the Discord. It's pinned down below. Gabe just did it in the live chat. 43 is a crowd. It is. All right, Dre Jameson comes in to pitch as Riney Nelson's day is done. We'll get to Dre's stats in just a little bit. The first pitch is inside for ball one. To Cody Clemens. So it's Cody, Marsh, and Stubbs due up. The 1-0 is a changeup that's outside for ball two. Excuse me. Okay. 2 balls, no strikes as Jameson is on the bump. And the next pitch, line drive into right field for a base hit. And Pavin Smith will throw it over to Ketel Marte and Cody Clemens. Lots of K's. Cody Clemens comes up with another base hit. Okay. Bomb flew out to center to end the inning. Okay, top of the fifth we are. A runner over at first. Jameson kicks, fires, and the pitch. It's on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike to Brandon Marsh. Dre Jameson has gone 28 1/3 of an inning this season with a 4.13 ERA. No balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch in the dirt, and what a great block that was by Gabriel Marino. He had to get into a standing position as the ball was hit in the dirt, or thrown in the dirt, and it took a wild bounce. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Jay is 25 years old from Greenfield, Indiana. And he has 25 strikeouts, along with a 1.55 whip. The 1-1 on the outside corner for called strike 2. This is his second season that he has pitched with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Last season he had a 1.48 ERA and was 3-0 in 4 games. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive down the left field line. It's foul. Furious Skyfire says the Diamondbacks need to be more careful on how they swing. Pitch selection is key. That's for sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 5th. Phillies lead it 5-4 against the Snakes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and Brandon Marsh went down on one knee and he struck out. Jameson gets his first strikeout of the day. And the Diamondbacks pitching staff, when you look at Jameson and Nelson combined, they have 6 strikeouts. Garrett Stubbs now up at the plate. Clemens at first. And the first pitch. Up high and outside. Stubbs walked his last time up and scored a run from first base as Kyle Schwarber hit an RBI double down the right field line. The 1-0 by Jameson is on the outside corner for a called strike. Arizona has a 41-27 record. They lead the NL West in the standings. 1 ball, 1 strike to Garrett Stubbs. And the next pitch, taken all the way, a changeup on the outside corner for called strike 2. The D-backs are 3 games above the Dodgers, and they are 5 games above the San Francisco Giants. The Giants are 7-3 in their last 10 games, along with the Padres, who are 2.5 games behind the Giants. The 1-2 in the dirt, taken all the way for ball 2. Phillies, on the other hand, they trail the division in the NL East, as the Atlanta Braves have a 42-26 record, and they are 4.5 games above the Miami Marlins, who are 7-3 in their last 10 games. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Garrett Stubbs. Jameson on the bump. Over at first is Clemens. 1 out in the top of the 5th, and the 2-2. Good take by Stubbs, as it was a curveball that was outside. Phillies are 34-34. They are 8-2 in their last 10 games. Big payoff pitch coming right up. Jameson gets the signs from Marino, and the pitch, swing and a miss. A curveball that had a lot of wicked movement on it as it landed inside and low. And there's 2 outs in the top of the 5th, and that'll bring up Kyle Schwarber as we flip the lineup card for the 4th time today. Well, the wild card race has certainly been quite interesting too. The Dodgers, if the regular season ended today, would have the first spot as Schwarber swings and misses at the first pitch. The Marlins would have the 2nd spot, and the Giants would have the 3rd. The Brewers and the Phillies are 2 games behind the Giants for that 3rd wild card spot. The 0-1, ground ball foul. Yep, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. we'll be going on for our post-series podcast. Please make sure that you join the Discord server. Again, Gabe is going to post a link again down below so that you guys can join and give your thoughts. No balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber, and the next pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. Clemens was going over to second base, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 man left, and the Phillies, for the first time in 3 innings, come up blank. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Phillies lead at 5-4. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off, but I'll be right back, guys, in just a few moments. I got to take a quick sip of water. Alrighty, guys. You used the website, you're signed in. Good. Good. So now you can just join the server. You should be able to do that. So, again, guys, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe as well, and hit the bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload. We do almost every single Phillies game. We do the Sixers, we do the Patriots, and the Flyers as well. Did not get a chance to do any Flyers games this season. Unfortunately, I started my channel 5.5 months ago, and I just wanted to do Sixers because they were playing really well at the time, and I just wanted to do it 3 times a week, and then we started off doing baseball, and that's when the momentum started to pick up. So we've been coming on here almost every day pretty much for the most part. The last couple of weeks, it's been a little bit slower. But here's Gabriel Moreno as we start off the bottom of the 5th inning. It's no balls, 1 strike to Moreno, who had an RBI single his last time up. First pitch, taken outside for ball 1. 8, 9, and 1 are up for the Snakes. It is 88 degrees. Out in the desert, the 1-1 is taken all the way for a called strike at the knees. The roof is open. For the last 2 nights, they did close the roof. And the 1-2 is just a little bit outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nola back out there for his 5th inning of work, and the pitch. Ground ball right through the hole, past the diving stop of Bowman to left field for a base hit. Schwarber throws it in to Trey Turner, and that's 2 base hits today by Gabriel Moreno. Not much that you can do on that one, as the pitch was pretty much low, and Moreno stayed with it, put the bat on the ball, got himself a nice base hit. Here's Geraldo Perdomo, batting on the left side, wearing his yellow elbow guard on both sides, and he draws a bunt. The first pitch is bunted down the third base line, and thankfully it's foul. Perdomo surprised everybody, and now Bohm, as he got over there, just fielded it as if it was a ground ball after the ball rolled foul. I like that you call them the Snakes. That's some old-timey announcer type thing. That's cool. Yeah, man. I've always felt like that you have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we do. We take a classic broadcasting style approach, and we implement it on here. You know what I'm saying? No balls, 1 strike. And I appreciate you for coming on here, dude. Means a lot. The 0-1 on the upper third of the strike zone, taken all the way for a called strike. A 91-mile-per-hour sinking fastball. Aaron Nola shut down the first 6 hitters for the Diamondbacks. And then in the 3rd inning, 7 men came up to the plate. And the Diamondbacks took the lead at the time 4-3. The 0-2 to Perdomo is popped up towards the infield, over towards the third base side. Bohm says he has it, and he makes the catch about 10 feet away from the bag or so for the 2nd out. And Perdomo is retired. How many times have we been able to say that? Not too many. So he pops out over to 3rd. And Pavin Smith is now due up. So 2 nights ago, Jose Abreu became the 12th Cuban-born player to hit at least 1,500 hits. As the first pitch to Pavin Smith is inside for a ball. He had the double against Patrick Corbin for the Houston Astros that was back in the 2nd inning. This is a guy who's had a pretty good career. The 1-0. Well, the throw back over to first is not in time. Nola looked like he was about to throw the pitch, but fooled everybody. He was the face of the Chicago White Sox, Jose Abreu, and he's had himself a nice little career. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. So congratulations to Jose Abreu. One ball, one strike to Pavin Smith. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. A runner at first. And the pitch. Ground ball over to first. Clemens fields on up, throws over the second for one. The throw back to first is not in time. And Bryson Stott is looking over towards the dugout, I believe, because they might call interference. Rob Thompson is going over to the phones, though, to see if whether or not they should review this, and I don't think that they are going to challenge this. I don't know what necessarily they would challenge. Would they say, is it because he was running out of the base paths? I don't know. Throw back to first was not in time. It was a close play. I think that's what Stott was reviewing. They wanted to see if he was really out or not at first. Okay, so the runner at second was out. There's 2 outs for Ketel Marte, who had a go-ahead 3-run home run his last time up. And he swings and misses at the first pitch. So just to be clear, the Phillies lead at 5-4 in the bottom of the 5th inning. There's a runner over at first, and there's 2 outs. It was a fielder's choice ground out. And the 0-1 to Marte is swung on and missed. So Smith grounded into a fielder's choice. And Marino was out at second base. No balls, 2 strikes to Ketel Marte, who's 1 for 2 today, and he's batting on the left side of the plate. He did not start in 2 games in a row for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Nola kick steals. The 78th pitch is flied out to left field. It's not that deep. Schwarber comes in towards home plate, then he makes the catch for out number 3. No runs, 1 man left, and we go to the top of the 6th inning as the Phillies are up 5-4 against the Snakes. Ready, cool. When I get a notification that JJ is the live, I do join. Dude, thanks, man. I see buckets. You're the man, dude. I don't just mean that, guys. Like, I can't thank you. Like, look, we have 40 people. We have 40 people on here. 42. Like, we've been averaging over the last, 4 games or so, at least 35 people. That's insane. And so, I love doing this, and I like this new approach that I'm taking, Scott Fransky was the one that told me months ago that if you're not getting in the reps, you're not going to succeed. Scott Fransky's the radio play-by-play announcer for the Phillies. God bless him, I got to meet him at a networking event at my school last year. I'm an alum, and I still go to these events because you just have to, you never stop networking with people. Never stop building relationships with anybody, And so I'm having a blast doing this. I'm calling games. I'm interacting with you guys. We're taking this to a new level. I really do believe that this is legitimately going to be a thing. I look at Broads, and I see what he's done with Broads Media over the last 4 years, and that's just with sports talk. I thought to myself during during September and October, why can't I do that for this? Why can't I just do it with games? And not just do it for sports talk, period. I really do believe that this is going to be the future of sports broadcasting. And I love it. I always wanted to talk to Harry Kalas. You know what I'm saying? And this is you guys talking to Harry Kalas. I'm not comparing myself to Harry Kalas. I'm just saying that you're talking to a broadcaster. I can never be Harry Kalas. Oh, man. All right, Trey Turner's due up as we go to the top of the 6th inning. It's Turner, Castellanos, and Harper. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jameson out there for his 2nd inning of work, and the next pitch is way up high and inside. It almost hit the jersey of Trey Turner. And the count is 2-1. We don't need ABC and NBC to change us out behind just to watch some old out-of-touch, what'd you say? Some old out-of-touch announcers on your home TV. Exactly, dude. On your home team. 2-1 pitch to Turner. It's popped up in foul territory, and everybody runs out of room. Marino took off the mask. Jameson went over there, and Rojas went over there too, and it just went into the first row behind the net. Yeah, and the cool thing about this is that some of you guys are out of the market. Some of you guys don't want to turn down the broadcast and just want to listen to somebody else as you watch the game. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to just turn on Fransky. I like to just listen to the radio sometimes because I like painting a picture in my head. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball into left field. Caught out in left field by Corbin Carroll as he comes in and makes a sliding catch. The baseball hat comes off, and Corbin Carroll showing off his reflexes out in left field as Trey Turner gets robbed on a base hit. Turner has been hitting the ball very sharply, and Corbin Carroll just made an acrobatic catch out in left field. And that is how we start off the top of the 6th. Nick Castellanos takes the first pitch outside and low for a ball. Nick is 1 for 3 today. His batting average has gone up to .315 now. He has 8 homers and 42 RBI. The 1-0, ground ball over to shortstop, off the glove of Perdomo, out to left field. McCarthy gets over to it, and Nick Castellanos gets on with a base hit. They will rule it as a base hit because it took a weird bounce, and Perdomo had the ball bounce off at the top of his glove. And that'll be ruled as a 1-out single by Castellanos. And Bryce Harper is due up. Last time he was up, he had the RBI single. And that was back in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3 in the first pitch. Taken way up high for ball 1. Phillies wearing their bright red uniforms with the white letters and the white numbers and the gray pants. The 1-0 fouled over towards the third base side and out of play. Jameson with 26 pitches over the last 2 innings. There's Troy Lavulo, who was the Diamondbacks manager. This is now his 7th season as the manager for the Snakes. The 1-1, it's taken on the inside corner for a called strike at the knees on a changeup at 88 miles per hour. And the count is now 1-2 to Bryce. Phillies won last night's game by a score of 4-3 in extra innings. And they are looking to take the series. They're up in the series 2-1. The pitch, ground ball over to second base. It was a slow roller, and the throw back to Perdomo is in time. What a play by Ketel Marte. And he's only going to get 1 out. Marte is on the ground, though. Hopefully he's all right, as he takes a moment by himself, and he is able to get up, but he took away a base hit by Bryce Harper, and it wasn't even hit that sharply. So that's a fielder's choice ground out by Harper, as Castellanos was out at second base, and Harper's now at first with 2 outs. James says, I wish that they would go to the reds and maroons more than the powder blue. I like the red. I do. First pitch on the outside corner to Bryson Stott, taken all the way for a called strike. It was on the upper third. Kyle Nelson is warming up in the bullpen, the left-handed pitcher for the Diamondbacks. And if anybody else gets on base, he most likely will come in. Top of the sixth, 2 outs, the 0-1, swing and a miss on a changeup that was low and away. So Stott today's 2 for 3. He had a solo home run to give the Phillies the first run of the ball game. That was back in the second inning. 8 men came up to the plate in that inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Jamison kicks, fires the pitch, fouled back. Icy, man, do it. The only person that's stopping you is you. Do it. I did about, I want to say, like 58 Sixers games I did this season. I started in December. It was a lot of fun. It was cool. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball over to first base. This should do it. Walker fields it cleanly and takes it over to the bag. It took it about 5 feet or so, and that'll do it. So the Phillies, they leave one. It was Bryce Harper. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. As they still lead it 5-4. Corbin Carroll will lead things off when the Phillies and Diamondbacks return. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. So for the 40 people that are on here, man, I do want to let you guys, I do want to make this announcement. If you guys know somebody that really loves baseball as much as I do, that loves the Phillies, that loves the Sixers, that loves the Flyers or the Patriots, spread the word, man. Spread the word. We want to continue to grow this family. We don't call it a community, guys. We don't call it a group of subscribers. We call this a family. This is a fraternity. You know, it really is. It's a great fraternity. It is. It's a brotherhood. And a sisterhood too, because we allow everybody to come on here. So I want to continue to let this whole thing grow. And if you guys have not subscribed already, become a part of the family today. I do also want to announce that we are, since we did reach 500 subscribers, okay, we are going to grow the family. So for those of you that have been on here since pretty much the beginning, or those of you that want to get my content first, you know, whenever I do my Phillies series podcast and that type of thing, you guys can become members. It's going to be a thing over the next 2 weeks that's in the works. So we are planning on getting members and having access to first things and giving special shout outs to people and that type of thing. So, you know, that I'm really looking forward to, and I'm very excited to announce that. We also are going to be starting to do weekly newsletters. Okay, that's the other thing I wanted to announce on here. So if you want to get updates on what we've been doing with Play-by-Play with JJ and get all the updates in the world on it, you can drop your email in the Discord, and I'll be sure to give you guys access to all that sort of stuff, what we have coming up and that type of a thing. Here's Corbin Carroll, the 1-0 pitch, ground ball over towards the first base side. Stott fields it cleanly and makes the underhanded throw over to first in plenty of time for the first out of the 6th. All right, I got a little bit carried away, but that's all right because I wanted to just make that announcement to you guys. And if you just subscribed to my channel, shout out to you. Shout out to all of you. Okay, Christian Walker due up. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. Walker went 4 for 4 in Game 2 of this series. And he hit a game-tying 3-run homer last night. So far today, he's 0 for 2. Nola back out there for his 6th inning of work. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Jer Bear. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming on here. The 0-2 pitch. Outside and low for ball one. What is good, Jer Bear? Thanks for coming on here, dude. I love you all so much. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Christian Walker. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch. Ground ball over to third. It was a check swing ground ball. It's gobbled up by Bohm, and he throws across the diamond in plenty of time for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 6th as the Phillies are up 5-4. So in case you guys are just joining us, Bryson Stott had a solo home run to give the Phillies a 1-0 lead. That was back in the 2nd inning. And then Alec Bohm had an RBI double in the top of the 3rd. Then right after that, Bryce Harper in the 4th inning had an RBI single. And that gave the Phillies a 3-0 lead. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who's 0 for 2 today. He takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Nobody on, 2 outs. Nola kicks, deals, and the 1-0 pitch. Taken all the way on the inside corner for a called strike. Then in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Gabriel Moreno had an RBI single, and Ketel Marte hit a 3-run home run to give the Diamondbacks a 4-3 lead. The 1-1 to Gurriel is swung on and missed. The Phillies would then tie it back on an RBI double by Kyle Schwarber in the top of the 4th, and then would take the lead on an RBI single by Bryce Harper. And that's how they lead at 5-4. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. The 3rd time today that Lourdes Gurriel Jr. has struck out against Aaron Nola. And we go to the top of the 7th inning. Phillies are up 5-4. The 3rd inning didn't happen, guys. The honorary Knights of JJ's realm. Yep. That's right. That's how we do it. Well, okay. So, in the 7th inning, in the bottom of the 7th inning, we usually have our fact of the day. Okay, my sister gave me a little calendar, and I decided to start using this and use it with you guys. Because I know that we all love sports, and we have a lot in common in that sense. Okay, so today is Thursday, June 15th, all right? First of all, happy birthday to Dusty Baker. All right, Dusty Baker is now 74 years old. Billy Williams, happy birthday to you too. Mike Holmgren, Wade Boggs, and Andy Pettit. Those are all the famous birthdays today. Oh boy. In sports. All right, so the question that I have for you guys, okay? And we'll answer this in the bottom of the 7th inning. You don't have to answer it on here. I prefer you guys not to. Well, you can. I just won't tell you if you're right. So, which radio announcer vowed to walk from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh if the Pirates lost a game? Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Which radio announcer vowed to walk from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh if the Pittsburgh Pirates lost a game? All right, one more time. Which radio announcer, play-by-play or color commentator, vowed to walk from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh if the Pirates lost a game? And I'll give you the answer as we go to the bottom of the 7th. But now we're in the top of the 7th. Alec Bohm due up at the plate. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Phils. The 1-0 is outside for ball, or for a strike. Oh, boy. They called it a strike. Where'd Cassell? I'll give you the answer in the bottom of the 7th, but keep answering. The 1-1. Line drive caught over at first base by Christian Walker. He makes a diving catch and floats his whole body out there. And Alec Bohm hit the ball sharply, and Walker was able to make a beautiful defensive play over at first. Whoops. Sorry about that. I stopped the stream for a second. The live cast. All right, 1 gone in the top of the 7th inning. Can I guess? He actually did it, too. Yeah, well, no, guys, like, fire your answers away. I'm not going to tell you who it is, though, until the bottom of the 7th inning. So I won't say anything. You guys have some good answers, though. I will say that. Guys have some interesting answers, for sure. But no, please guess. Please keep doing it. We do have a pitching change as Aaron Nola, or sorry, not Aaron Nola, Dre Jameson's day is done. Sorry about that. And the Phillies will be right back in just a few moments. All right, I will repeat the question again, though, for those of you that did not hear. All right. Which radio announcer vowed to walk from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh if the Pittsburgh Pirates lost a game? Okay. That's the question. Oh, boy. Okay. L3 by Alec Bohm. All right. How many people we got on here? 41. 41 people on here. If you guys are brand new to my channel, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and make sure that you hit the bell icon, like, and subscribe. There we go. That's correct. That's what I wanted to say. We're almost at 515 subscribers, man. We need one more to reach 515. Oh, boy. This has been a lot of fun doing Phillies games on here. And the stream just froze. That's great. There we go. Okay. Kyle Nelson is on the mound for the Diamondbacks. In 30 games, he has a 4-1 record. He's 0 for 2 in save opportunities and has a 2.52 ERA in 25 innings. The 0-1 swing and a miss. So there's 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. The game stream froze on me for a second, so I do apologize, guys. Clemens is hitting .259 with 4 homers and 12 RBI. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the top of the 7th. The pitch. Ground ball foul down the first base line. Cody today has singled, flied out to center, and struck out. Kyle Nelson on the bump. Riley Nelson started the game. The pitch. Outside and low. Well, the A's actually just tied it back 3-3. They were down 3-0 against the Rays. As the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. High bouncer over towards the first base side. Marte fields on the hop and throws over to first in time. Clemens was actually hustling pretty quickly out of the batter's box. And Marte had to get it off pretty quickly as he made a little lob pass. Like he was a point guard passing into a center inside the paint. And Cody is retired. 2 outs. Nobody on in the top of the 7th. The Phillies have not scored since the 4th inning. First pitch to Brandon Marsh is on the outside corner for a called strike. The 0-1 is outside for ball 1. So Kyle Nelson is on the mound for the Diamondbacks, as I just mentioned. The pitch. Taken inside and high for ball 2. Nelson this season has a 2.52 ERA, 31 strikeouts in 25 innings. The 2-1 in the dirt and a good take by Marsh. Over his last 7 days, Nelson has gone 2 innings and he has 2 strikeouts. Did allow 2 earned runs against the Phillies, though. 3-1 pitch to Marsh. That's lifted out to left field. Corbin Carroll on the run, goes back to the track, and makes the catch right in front of the chase sign. Out towards the warning track, and that'll wrap things up as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Phillies are up 5-4. It is stretch time at the Chase Center. The Chase at Chase Field, not the Chase Center. My gosh. Come on, JJ. You would think that you would get over these like little mistakes by now. It's not how it works. Okay. Last time I'm going to read this question. All right, and then I'll read your answers. Which radio announcer vowed to walk from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh if the Pirates lost a game? All right, what did people say? So somebody said Howard Cosell. No. Joe Buck. No. L.A. No. All good guesses. And here is the answer. All right, the Pirates suffered an agonizing 15-11 loss to the Phillies at the Vet Stadium on June 8th, 1989. Okay, the Pirates scored 10 runs in the first inning, and radio announcer Jim Rooker said, "If we lose this game, I'll walk home," in quotes. Almost on cue, the Phillies proceeded to rally from the 10-0 deficit to help win. Because of Steve Jeltz, okay? He homered in consecutive at-bats. He came into the game with 2 career homers in 7 years in the big leagues. And Rooker made good on his promise and walked the 337 miles from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh over 13 days in October, and he did it actually to raise money for charity. And that is who did that. That's your fact of the day. How about that? That's really cool. Bottom of the 7th we go. And Josh Rojas fouls the first pitch off in the bottom of the 7th inning. So 6, 7, and 8 are due up for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Former Phil's reliever. Yep. Jim Rooker. That's who did it. No balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch. It's taken at the knees. It looked like it was a little bit low, but Nick Marley has been very consistent on that call. No balls, 2 strikes to Rojas, who has struck out twice today. The 0-2 by Nola is fouled back. Gregory Soto is warming up in the bullpen for the Phils. So Nola is out there for his 7th inning of work. He's thrown 91 pitches. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The next pitch, low, a changeup at 85 miles per hour, and that's a ball. Rooker was a good starting pitcher for the Pirates. He was. The 1-2, outside and low for ball 2. Very interesting. It is. I think that that's a really cool story. The team is down 10-0. The 2-2. Fly ball drilled to center field. Marsh tracks it down and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Phillies lead it 5-4 in the series finale out in the desert. And Jake McCarthy comes up. $46 people on here. That's what I am going to do. I figured that out. I'm going to do a fact of the day, and then I'm going to do trivia every day. First pitch. It's shown as a bunt, and it's down the first base line. Clemens tries to tag the runner, and it's not in time. Jake McCarthy gets on with a bunt single. Stott and Clemens were playing him the pull towards the first base side, and McCarthy surprised everybody. And he just dove past the tag of Cody Clemens. Clemens had to go over to his left, and he tried to apply the tag, and McCarthy just missed it. And that'll be a bunt single by Jake McCarthy, who's been very sneaky in this series. Yeah, I am going to do that, Larry. I decided, like, once I saw it, I was like, yep, we're going to do this. Kind of like what they used to do with the Dodge Stump the Fans trivia quiz. We're going to do that. Gabriel Moreno is due up. Kathy, what's going on, Kathy? Thanks for coming on here. Second day in a row. Gabriel Moreno due up. He's due for 2 today. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch fouled off. Aaron Nola has been really good. Besides the 3rd inning, he's been absolutely sensational. He retired the first 6 batters that he faced, and then after the 3rd inning was over, he struck out the side, and then he got a 5 out of the last 6 batters out before this inning. Sneaky like a fox, he is. The 0-1 is fouled back. Moreno had an RBI single. That was back in the 3rd. And then he singled in the 5th. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Phillies up 5-4. The pitch on the upper 3rd, part of the strike zone for a called strike 3 on the outside corner. 9 strikeouts by Aaron Nola. And he's looking to reach the double digits. Great movement on the fastball. And man, that was awesome. Kathy Ann says 2/3 of the earth is covered by water. Wrote Philadelphia Daily News columnist Ray Didinger. That's right. The knuckle curve is taken on the outside corner for a called strike, so Geraldo Perdomo is up. He's hitting .299 on the season with 5 home runs and 29 runs batted in. A runner at first, and the throw back to first is not in time to get McCarthy. Be a little bit careful with Jake McCarthy on the bases. .99 pitches by Nola. He's ready to reach the triple digits in the pitch count category. And he's looking for the double digits in strikeouts. The 0-1. Inside and high, the throw over the second base, though, is not in time, and it gets past Trey Turner out into center field. McCarthy goes over to 3rd, and that'll be ruled as a stolen base and an E2 by Garrett Stubbs, most likely. I don't know, though, because the throw looked like it was fine. But let's see what happened here. So it was a good jump by McCarthy. Oh, that's on Trey. Trey has to make that play. The throw was made on a bounce by Stubbs, and Trey just could not make the play. It would have been safe regardless at second base, but because the ball got past Turner, that puts the tying run 90 feet away from the plate. Perdomo with the 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. Yeah, JT. Oh, dude, JT needed a rest. JT got off with rest today. He'll be back tomorrow. For sure. This dude's been playing like almost every freaking game. 101 pitches for Nola. Perdomo behind in the count 0-2. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. A runner at third. The 0-2 pitch. Inside and low for ball 1. That was a knuckle curve thrown at 80 miles per hour. Pavin Smith waits on deck. The count is actually 2-2 as a pitch clock violation was called against Aaron Nola. How about that? An automatic ball delivered to Perdomo, and the count is now 2-2. 13 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-2 delivery by Nola. Inside and low, good take by Perdomo again as Nola went with another knuckle curve. I think in this situation, Perdomo could probably anticipate that a fastball may be coming. So you have to be creative if you're Aaron Nola here. It's a full count to Geraldo Perdomo. On deck is Pavin Smith, who's 0 for 3 in this ball game. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nola kicks, fires the payoff pitch. Inside for ball 4. And believe it or not, that is the first time today that Aaron Nola has walked a batter. And that puts runners at the corners with 2 outs. And Rob Thompson is going to come in, and that is going to do it for Aaron Nola. He went 6 2/3 of an inning. The runners at third and first are still his responsibility, and Pavin Smith is due up as Gregory Soto will come into the ball game. They want to go with a lefty on lefty. And Nola is done. Doesn't look too happy, though. Okay. Let's take a sip of water, guys. All right, guys. How many people we have on here? We got 47 people on here. Nice. Great. If you guys are brand new to my channel, do not forget to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and the thumbs up button. We need one more subscriber to reach 515. We just passed the 500 mark yesterday. So, yes. After this inning's done, we're going to take our final break. And I'm going to go get some water one more time. So, that's what we're going to do. And then we'll be back for the top of the 8th inning. It's been a crazy Thursday afternoon out in the desert for the Diamondbacks and the Phillies. Phillies trying to take the series. The Diamondbacks trying to split the series. Phillies, they won Game 2 and Game 3 of the series. They lost Monday night, which was the first game, by a score of 9-8. The second game was a totally different story as they put up 15 runs. And they won 15-3. And last night they won 4-3. Aaron Nola was having a conversation with the home plate umpire. I don't necessarily know what was going on. But Rob Thompson was having a discussion too. What were they, inspecting the ball or something? I don't know. But that was a little bit odd. They were talking about the pitch sequence and how it should have still been 2-2 before the last pitch. Okay, so that's what it was. Gregory Soto comes into the ball game. 30 games this season. He is a 5.13 ERA. And runners are at the corners. And now, Torey Lovullo plays chess and goes with a righty. And that'll be Emmanuel Rivera, who comes in to pinch hit. First pitch, it's taken on the inside corner for a called strike. So Pavin Smith's day is done, and Rivera comes in. The 0-1 in the dirt for ball one. Rivera has had himself a really good series. And the count is now 1-1 to Emmanuel Rivera. Rivera has 39 hits and 117 at-bats. He also has a homer and 17 RBI. The 1-1, ground ball foul down the third base line. Rivera is 26 years old. He will be 27 on June 29th. He's from Puerto Rico. The pitch was fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Soto kick steals the next pitch. Swing and a miss. And Gregory Soto gets a huge strikeout to end the inning. We go to the top of the 8th. The Phillies are up 5-4. No runs, 2 men left for the Diamondbacks. And we go to the top of the 8th. That was great. Okay. Guys, I will be right back. Oh, man. Texas Repo, thanks for coming on here, dude. I really appreciate it. All right. I have got to go get some water, run downstairs, and get some ice. I will be right back in just a few moments. This is our last break. Excuse me. All right. See you guys soon. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. We are back, guys. Hello. Garrett Stubbs will lead things off in the top of the 8th in the first pitch. Taken outside and high for a ball. There's Caleb Cotham talking things over with Aaron Nola. Overall had a great day. Stubbs surprises everybody with a bunt. And the pitcher cannot make the play. Nelson could not make the play as he dove for it, and Garrett Stubbs gets on with an infield bunt single. Nelson was stumbling as he was going over towards the first base bag and dove for it. Throw out Garrett Stubbs. And as soon as he bunted it, he's done a really good job at that throughout his career. He would have been safe. Just like Jake McCarthy did it. The Diamondbacks get a taste of their own medicine. And here's Kyle Schwarber. A leadoff bunt single by Garrett Stubbs. And Kyle Schwarber due up. He's gotten on base twice today. He walked, doubled, scored a run, and then an RBI. The 1-0 is outside and low for ball 2. A slider at 86 miles per hour. All right, bye, Gabe. Thanks for coming on here as always, man. Phillies head to Oakland after this game and will play tomorrow night at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time. The 2-0, it's down low for ball 3. Diamondbacks, on the other hand, well, after this game, they will still be home as the 3-0 pitch is taken down low for ball 4. They face the Cleveland Guardians. Tristan McKendry will pitch tomorrow and face Zach Gallen, the only pitcher that the Phillies avoided in this 4-game series. So Kyle Schwarber gets on with a walk. Runners are at first and second. And we have a pitch and change as Torey Lovullo is going to come out there, and that's going to be it for Nelson. And the Phillies will be right back. David 3000, what's going on, man? I didn't realize how good the D-backs have been. Dude, they're a good team. They really are. I'm not kidding when I say that. Oh, boy. What is up, David 3000? If you guys are brand new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe as well, and hit the bell icon. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, okay, you guys don't have to do that. But we do have a Venmo and a PayPal, okay? It is pinned in the description down below. And, yes. Doing good. I am on your server and not sure where your Discord profile is. That's weird. You can't see it? Let me try to post it down below. Gabe just left. My audio is breaking up. It's probably on you, Janice. Can you guys can hear me okay, right? I'm coming in clear? Let's see on my phone. But yes, and also don't forget to join the Discord server after the game is done. We will be going live on the Discord tonight, and I'd love to take your phone calls and listen to your takes on how the Phillies did this series. All right, you hear me fine? Yeah. Okay, good. Good. All right, it must be my aunt. It happens. Technology. Runners at first and second in the top of the 8th inning. Phillies are up 5-4. They have 13 hits. And Trey Turner due up. First pitch. It's inside. Here's Castro, who came in to pitch the 9th inning on Monday night. Miguel Castro, that is. 1 ball, no strikes. Stubbs at second and Schwarber at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Turner's 2 for 4 today. He has 2 singles and an RBI. Also hit the ball very sharply his last time up, too. The 1-1 to Trey. Ground ball over to second base. The flip over the second, there's 1. And Perdomo won't be able to make the throw over to first. As it's a fielder's choice ground out. Stubbs does advance over to third. And the Phillies have an insurance run in scoring position. And Trey Turner gets on with a fielder's choice ground out. What's up, Rising Rhino? Thanks for coming on here. So Miguel Castro, it's not a save opportunity, but he's 7 for 9 in those. Is a 3.95 ERA. The Castellanos due up at the plate. And the first pitch popped up towards the first base side, and it goes out of play behind the first base dugout. So as I mentioned before, the Diamondbacks are going to play against the Guardians for a 3-game set. Castellanos is 2 for 4 today. He's 42 RBI on the season. And the 0-1 served out to right field, and it's hooked foul. Castellanos in his career versus Miguel Castro is 0 for 6 with 2 strikeouts. The 0-2 grounded foul again. Diamondbacks are 3 games above the Dodgers in the NL West. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and the throw over the second. Well, there's not going to be a throw. It was a fake throw by Marino, and that puts 2 runners in scoring position as the stolen base is good by Trey Turner. But Castellanos does strike out. The good news is, though, is that now there's 2 runners in scoring position. So Turner is at second now, and Schwarber's over at third. Phillies lead at 5-4 in the top of the 8th inning. And Bryce Harper's going to be intentionally walked, as that'll load the bases. And Castro will face Bryson Stott. Torey Lovullo did not want to face Bryce Harper. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of curious as to why, because Bryson Stott has been really good at the plate. Let's see if he can make him pay. First pitch, way outside and high for a ball. I guess that they would rather have Bryson Stott beat them than Bryce Harper. Stott, though, has homered today, a solo home run, and he got on with a single. The 1-0 is outside for ball 2. Stott homered in the second, singled in the third, struck out in the fourth, and grounded out to first in the sixth. His batting average is back up to over 300. The 2-0. Taken at the knees, it was a changeup at 90 miles per hour for a called strike. Bases loaded for the Phillies. The 2-1 pitch with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And Bryson Stott could not catch up to the high heater. Castro with 11 pitches. He was behind in the count 2-0 and has tied it up 2-2 in the count. Can the Phillies try to get an insurance run here? The 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. And Bryson Stott stays alive. This is what Bryson Stott does. Fights off a lot of pitches. And he's very aggressive. Bases loaded. 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. And Stott lines this one out to center field. Not that deep, though. McCarthy on the run, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the Phillies, they leave the bases loaded, and we go to the bottom of the 8th inning as the Phillies still have a 5-4 lead. Okay, here we go. Is Turner up? Yay, 500. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, we just reached 500 yesterday. We did it. Snowman, we reached 500, baby. We did it. We did it. It's cool. It's been a lot of fun doing this. Bottom of the 8th inning. We got 48 people on here. If you guys have not joined the play-by-play with JJ family, if you're not a JJ dog, that's what we're going to use now. That's what we're going to call. If you're not a JJ dog on here, come on, man. What are you waiting for? Join the fun. We do Philadelphia Phillies baseball games. We do 76ers basketball. We do Flyers hockey and Patriots football on here too. All right, I started this channel 5.5 months ago. I used to call games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks and for the Delaware Blue Coats while I was in school, and I had a great experience doing that. The Blue Coats are the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. Also called games for the Blue Rocks, who were the High A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. And I did some other really cool things with them, too, not just broadcasting, but producing. I also played foul ball music and was a timeout coordinator for the G League. That was really cool. And then after I graduated from Rowan, I interned at NFL Films for the entire 2022-2023 season and started this channel back in December. And I just wanted to come on here and get reps and build a family of people, and that's what I've been doing. You know, and we're taking broadcasting to a brand new extreme. That's what we're doing on here because I really do believe that this is going to be the future of sports broadcasting. And so many people told me that, you know, you have to take a chance on yourself. And I believe in myself. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And I want you guys to come on this ride, this journey with me. I subbed up Kid Kane. Yeah, I shouted you out. I shouted you out, man. We got 2 more subscribers. If you guys haven't shouted yourself out already, you know what you guys should do? If you want a shout out from JJ, me, I'll give you a shout out. Just got to shout yourself out in the chat. Okay. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ketel Marte. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to my aunt. They're all on here. One ball, 2 strikes. Andrew Chaffin is warming up in the bullpen. Ketel Marte is up at the plate. Gregory Soto back out there for his second inning of work. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive past the diving stop of Trey Turner into left field. And the tying run is aboard as Schwarber will throw it in to Trey Turner. And Ketel Marte gets himself another base hit as he's having himself quite a day. A great day for Ketel Marte. That's what I was trying to do. But yes. Marte had the 3-run home run to give the Diamondbacks the lead 4-3. That was back in the 4-run bottom of the third. Corbin Carroll is up at the plate. Carroll is actually out now in center field, as Rivera is over at third. First pitch to Corbin Carroll is fouled back. Daniel, what's up, dude? This is what we do, man. We do almost every single Phillies game. If you love the Phillies as much as I do, make sure that you never miss a pitch on here. The 0-1 to Carroll, grounded or bunted, and the throw over the second base is just in time. What a throw by Garrett Stubbs. Corbin Carroll surprised everybody, and Ketel Marte's speed did not even reach the bag. Lavulo may want to challenge this, though, as Bannister was actually taking a look at the phone call. Had his ear to the phone, but Stubbs made a beautiful throw over to second base, and that, honestly, could be a game-saving play. He was out, and Turner was at the bag, so that goes down as a... That's a ground out. That's a bunt. Yeah, that's a ground out. So there's one gone. The Phillies got the lead runner. Carroll is safe, though, over at first. He laid down a pretty good bunt, too. It was just a great play by Garrett Stubbs. How about that? Garrett Stubbs making a big impact. Who is calling me at this time? Is my stream done? Is my stream froze? Can you guys hear me? You guys can you guys hear me clearly? Like, can you guys fully hear me? Like, without a glitch or anything like that? Please comment down below if you guys are still here. We have a pitching change. Yes, okay. But you can hear me, like, loud and clear. Like, it's not breaking up or anything like that. It's not, like, coming in dead or whatever. Okay. You're probably on the list. Nope. Okay. It's not breaking up for other people. That's right. Yep, clear as crystal. Everybody else can hear. So it's just you guys. I can't do anything about it. Sir Anthony Dominguez comes into the game. And Carroll's over at first. Christian Walker is due up at the plate. Walker did homer off of Dominguez last night. And I guess that they wanted to give him a chance to redeem himself. Same situation, though, as we're in the bottom of the eighth. In regards to Walker being represented as the go-ahead run. We tied the game up. He hit the 3-run home run last night. It's the same situation in the bottom of the 8th. Here we go. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch fouled back on a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Rays are up 4-3 against the A's. It's in the bottom of the 8th inning. That's the only other game that's on as of now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Christian Walker. Phillies up 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th. 1 out and a runner at first. The pitch fouled back again. Walker today is 0 for 3. And he's 1 for 2 in his career versus Dominguez. Walker grounded out to first, grounded out to short, and grounded out to third. The 1-2 pitch by Dominguez, laid off by Walker. Good take. A slider that was outside for ball 2. Phillies trying to gain some ground for the wild card. Throw back to first is not in time. Phillies are also trying to look to go over 500 for the first time in over a month. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch popped up behind the plate, and it'll find the seats, and we'll do it again. Carroll has to go back to first. He can certainly fly, and you got to keep your eyes on him. Carroll representing the tying run at first. Walker representing the go-ahead run. He's at the plate. Gurriel Jr. waits on deck. 1 out, a runner at first, and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout by Sir Anthony Dominguez. And there's 2 gone. He went with a fastball that was outside, and Walker could not catch up to it. And Walker is now 0 for 4 today. 2 gone. In the bottom of the 8th, Carroll's still over at first. Now you're wondering if he's going to run here. The first pitch, it's taken at the knees for a called strike on a slider. Phillies trying to extend their winning streak to 3 games in a row. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Dominguez gets set, kicks, fires. The next pitch, swing and a miss. 97 miles per hour on the gun. We just hit 500, over 500 subscribers, and the Phillies have a chance to go over 500. The pitch, way up high for ball 1. See what I did there? Carroll is over at first. Gurriel Jr. has a hat trick of strikeouts today. Dominguez trying to make it a quadruplet. The 1-2 pitch, outside for ball 2. Gurriel Jr. in his career versus Dominguez is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. The 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss. Carroll was going and it didn't even matter. Back-to-back strikeouts by Sir Anthony Dominguez, huge outs. And we go to the top of the 9th inning. Phillies still lead at 5-4 as Dominguez went with the slider that was outside and away. And Gurriel Jr. went fishing after it and could not catch up to it. We go to the 9th. Phillies lead at 5-4. Okay. Cool. Thompson knows best. It worked. It worked. It worked, guys. Oh, boy. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Thursday afternoon as we are heading into the evening. It is 6:18 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. What time did we start? We started at 3:40, but we started the clock at 3:20. So that's how I go by. That is what I go by. Doing well so far. Don't want to jinx it, but yes, we got 54 people on here. What are you guys waiting for? Hit the bell icon, subscribe to the channel, and do all that jazz right now while we are currently in a break. And I am going to mention this again. If you guys want to come on for the Phillies post-series podcast, we'll be going on at 10 o'clock p.m. tonight. Make sure that you come on and join the Discord server and join the voice chat, as I will be taking your phone calls. And you guys can give your thoughts on this series. Okay? The podcasts are about 30 minutes long. I give my opening monologue, my opening spiel about everything, and then we go to you guys and we take your conversations. So please join the Discord server. It is down below in the description area. It is also linked in the live chat too, for the chat bot, and I'd love to take your calls, and you'll be on Play-by-Play with JJ. You'll be a dog, man. All right, 2 for 4 is Alec Bohm today. He's singled and doubled. Had himself an RBI double. Earlier in the ball game, Miguel Castro fires the 0-1. It's at the knees for a called strike. So the count is 0-2, as Alec Bohm today is 2 for 4. He lined out to first his last time up and flew out to center field. He's hit the ball very sharply. The 0-2, it gets over towards the backstop, as it was away from Marino. One ball, 2 strikes. Phillies lead at 5-4 in the top of the 9th. The pitch, ground ball over to the second base side, and the throw over to first by Marte is in time. Marte had to throw it on the run as he was going over towards his left side, and made a pretty good play out of it. And there's one out in the 9th. Okay. So Harper was intentionally walked. All right, so that's going to do it, as Lavulo is going to go out there and pull his pitcher. And Shafin will now come in as we have another pitching change. What's up, Ty? Thanks for coming on here, dude. I appreciate it. So Shafin will come in as we have another pitching change. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking out on people? Castro just pitched. Soto, Dominguez. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 56 people on here. That's pretty sick, man. That's awesome. Alrighty, guys. Let me know down below what you guys have going on for tonight. Do you guys have a cool meal coming up? Do you guys have a nice weekend? Megan, what's up? Izzy, how are you? As always, thank you for coming on here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Algo people, algorithm people, do your thing, man. Do your thing. We want to grow the family. But I want you guys to know it's not about quantity. It's more about quality. Even though we want the quantity to go up, we want the quality to go up with it. Sports betting. I figured. That's okay, though. That's okay, because we allow everybody to come on here. You know? Doesn't matter if you're betting or you're just here to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? We welcome everybody. Here is Andrew Shafin. So Shafin is a 3.04 ERA, 36 strikeouts in 23 2/3 of an inning. He's only allowed 2 home runs this season, and he comes in to face Cody Clemens and Brandon Marsh. They wanted to go with a lefty on lefty, and the first pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Clemens singled in the 5th, and he's 1 for 4 today. DJ Skilly LeBron, I'm new here, and I just hit the like button. Thank you, dude. Oh, you just hit the subscribe button, man. The 1-0. It's taken all the way at the knees for a called strike. So nobody on, 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. Shafin with 2 pitches. And here comes the 3rd one with 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch outside and low for ball 2 on a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. Phillies are heading to Oakland after the game, and they will play against the A's tomorrow night for a 3-game set. The 2-1, ground ball over to the first base side. Walker fields it on 2 ups and makes the race over to first as he beats out Cody Clemens. And there's 2 gone. Oh, man. I just did both liked and subscribed. That's cool, man. Oh, you got a Rome rehearsal Saturday afternoon. Oh, dude, you're going to miss it. Ugh, you're going to miss the game. That's all right, though. You got to do what you got to do. Oh, I saw I got another comment. All right, I'll read that in just a second. Brandon Marsh comes up to the plate. Craig Kimbrell is warming up in the bullpen for the Phils. In the first pitch, it looked like it was a little bit high, but it was called a strike by Nick Marley. Marsh today is 1 for 4. And the 0-1, it's on the outside corner for a called strike 2. You should. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on in the top of the 9th. 2 outs. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Brandon Marsh. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It'll be the last chance for the Snakes. Phillies trying to close this one out as Craig Kimbrell is coming into the ball game. Josh Rojas will lead things off, though, when the Phillies and Diamondbacks return. Okay. All right, so let's see the comment. I wanted to go back to that really quickly. Bottom of the 9th, man. Hey, you rock at this. Kid Kane says you rock at this. Rock on. I'm just betting, and you sound great. I make killer music anytime you want to drop by. Rock on. Dude, hey, I'd love to talk to you about something, man. I'm trying to come up with, like, an intro. You know, I'd like to have, like, an intro for, like, whenever I call games and that type of stuff, like, after my clock is done. So I'd love to collab with you or something. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to email me down below. The link is in the description area. I'll actually post it right now while I have the time in the chat. If you guys want to email me about anything, by all means, you can totally feel free to do that. It is jasonjosephonair@gmail.com. I'm gonna write that right now. jasonjosephonair@gmail. onair@gmail.com. Okay. There we go. Yes, that would be really cool. That would be awesome. I've been looking to find an intro, and I think that'd be so cool. We need 1 more subscriber to get to 520. You have over 1.8 million plays? I got you. Oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. That means a lot. See, that's the cool thing about doing this, is that you just network with people and you build relationships. You know, that's what networking is all about. People miss out on that. They think of networking as something that they have to do. No, it's building friendships. It's building family. You know what I'm saying? How long of an intro you need? We'll talk. We'll talk. Email me so that I have your email. Bottom of the 9th we go. Josh Rojas will lead things off for the Diamondbacks. He's 0 for 3 today. He has struck out twice and lined out. So the Phillies are up 5-4. As we go to the bottom of the 9th, the Phillies lead the series 2-1 and are trying to take the series 3-1. Craig Kimbrell in to try to close this baby out. The first pitch, swing and a miss. 96 miles per hour on the gun. Rojas is 0 for 3 today. No balls, 1 strike. Kimbrell kicks, steals. The next pitch, fouled back towards the screen behind the plate. Ten seconds left on the pitch clock. Craig Kimbrell trying to get another save on the season. We'll get to his stats right after this pitch. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 0-2 delivery. Ground ball over towards the first base side. It's fair, and Clemens is going to just tag Rojas out. Or do they rule it as a foul ball? They say it was a foul ball. The first base umpire, Vic Carpazza, ruled it as a foul ball. It was a high bouncer, and Josh Rojas stays alive. Wow. So Craig Kimbrell is 35 years old. Just had his 35th birthday on May 28th. He has 9 saves and a 4.85 ERA, but he's been pretty good over the last couple of outings. No balls, 2 strikes to Josh Rojas. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock in the 0-2. Up high. Check swing, though. Did he go? Third base umpire says no. Adam Hamari. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rojas is 2 for 3 versus Craig Kimbrell throughout his career. The 1-2 delivery. Fouled back again. He's doubled and also has had an RBI off of him. Kimbrell did pitch against the Diamondbacks last night. Pitched an inning, only allowed 1 hit, and had 2 Ks. And Kimbrell gets a pitch clock violation, and Garrett Stubbs was trying to go over to the mound because he knew that that was probably going to happen. And it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stubbs did not get the call, and that does result in a pitch clock violation. 2-2, and now Stubbs does call for time. And he wants to go out to talk things over with Kimbrell. Garrett Stubbs has made a really big impact in this game. He walked, he scored a run, he had a bunt single. Also threw Marte out at second base on the bunt by Corbin Carroll. It was a beautiful bunt. It's made a really big difference. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Phillies up 5-4. The pitch on the outside corner, called strike 3, and there's 1 gone in the bottom of the 9th. A 96-mile-per-hour fastball. And it froze Josh Rojas, and there's 1 gone. Phillies are just 2 strikes away from winning this series and getting over the 500 mark for the first time in a month. Jake McCarthy up next. He is 0 for 2 lifetime versus Kimbrell, and he takes the first pitch, which is a knuckle curve right down Broad Street, all the way for a 87-mile-per-hour knuckle curve. Oh, boy. Stumbled on my words there. No balls, 1 strike. The next pitch by Kimbrell, swing and a miss. Phillies had a 3-0 lead thanks to a solo home run by Bryson Stott in the 2nd inning, an RBI double by Alec Boehm in the 3rd, and an RBI double by Kyle Schwarber in the 4th. No balls, 2 strikes, and time is now called, as Kimbrell does call for time. Oh, he got another pitch clock violation on him. That's what the home plate umpire signaled, so it's now 1-2. The 2nd pitch clock violation in this inning for Craig Kimbrell. The pitch, foul ball. So the Phillies were up 3-0, and Aaron Nola started the game. He retired the first 6 batters in a row. And then in the bottom of the 3rd, Gabriel Moreno had an RBI single, and Ketel Marte hit a go-ahead 3-run homer to make it 4-3. And now Craig Kimbrell gets another pitch clock violation. And it's now 2-2. The clock did not reset. What is going on here? 1 second was left, and as soon as he was about ready to throw the pitch, the violation was called. The payoff pitch. Fly ball out to center field. It's not that deep, though. Marsh goes over to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out. 3 pitch clock violations, and now there's 2 outs. And the Diamondbacks are down to their final out. So McCarthy flies out to center, and Gabriel Moreno will be the last chance for the Diamondbacks. After the Phillies were down 4-3, they would then tie the game back and retake the lead, thanks to an RBI double by Kyle Schwarber and an RBI single by Bryce Harper. The first pitch to Moreno is down low for a ball. I forgot to mention that Trey Turner, not Kyle Schwarber, had the RBI single in the second inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. The 1-0. It's taken right down Broad Street for a called strike. Another fastball. Moreno today is 2 for 3. Had an RBI single back in the 3rd. The 1-1 to Moreno. Ground ball over to shortstop. This should do it. It's gobbled up by Turner. The throw over to first is in time. Craig Kimbrell comes in to close the door, and the Phillies win by a final score of 5-4. They take the series and win 3 of 4 against the red-hot Arizona Diamondbacks. And for the first time in over a month, they are over the 500 mark and are now 35-34 on the season. And congratulations to Rob Thompson, as he just earned his 100th win as manager of the Phillies. And, well, the players of the game has to be combined between Bryson Stott and Aaron Nola. Gregory Soto and the rest of the bullpen did their job too, as they all went 2/3 of an inning combined. 2 2/3, I should say, and only allowed 1 hit. The Philadelphia Phillies, they take their first series win in Arizona since June 27th to the 29th of 2016. And it couldn't have come at a better time. Unbelievable. They've won 10 out of their last 11 games, and they head on over to Oakland, as they will be back tomorrow night at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time. I want to remind you guys, make sure that at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time that you come on tonight to give your thoughts about the Phillies Diamondbacks series, and I'll take your phone calls and your comments too down below. Join the Discord server, and we'll take your phone calls, and we'll have a conversation. But what a win by the Phillies. Aaron Nola gets the win, and the loss, I believe, goes to Riney Nelson. And the Phillies are able to give Craig Kimbrell another save. The Phillies were able to get themselves the win as they won 5-4. All righty. So when they started playing Dancing on My Own again, they're winning again, huh? I'm telling you, dude, it's all about the vibes. It's all about the vibes. That's what matters. All right. I love you all so much. Lila Tov, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on here. We'll be back tonight. And if you guys can't come on tonight, I'll see you all tomorrow night at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll catch you all in the next one. Lila Tov, everybody. Peace.